everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It'll be the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Papagiannis in at the 5 down low. Now here's James. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Here's Larkin. There's a screen. From downtown, Korkmaz grabs the miss. Here's Calathes. James gets the bucket. James has got his second basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Thompson with it to the middle. Poirier. Out to Thompson. Pass to Smits. Here's Larkin. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Mora. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, the defense didn't have any impact on that shot, but somehow he still misses it.
Here's James. And it's Smith with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Out to Thompson. Pass to Nora. On the wing, Thompson. Launches a 3. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Brown deciding where to go with it. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
They set the screen. Here's Larkin. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's James. Pass to Korkmaz. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Larkin.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:57 left to play in the first quarter. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's Calathes. Poirier grabs the miss. Here's Smits. James defending. Mora can't get it to go. Mora's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Calathes passes to Korkmaz. Rebound by Larkin. Pass to Smits. Here's Poirier. 1:11 left to play in the first. Tries it from the top of the key. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Here's Calathes. He's covered by Thompson. The screen from Brown. It's up a 3. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And here's Thompson. No scoring in this one. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Larkin. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
This is his second trip to the free throw line. The first one falls. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Now here's James. It's Korkmaz in the corner. Back to James. There's the three. Poirier grabs the miss. Inside, here's Smits. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Assist from Brown.
5 seconds left in the first. From outside, off the mark. And so the first quarter is in the books. Up 4. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of the... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
We've got Corniche, and it's Moniunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
The transition 3, it's part of the new NBA. And when he's taking them, it's a great shot.
Okobo looking over the floor. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
There's a good screen to the paint. Here's Smits. Got it. Good job in the low post. Smits has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter.
Number 33. First personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Diallo. Clock at 6. The layup off target. Here's Smits. Here's Poirier. Here's Smits. Lets it fly from 18. And he hits the jump shot. Smits has got 4 points in the quarter.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Takes it inside. Basket good.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Lets it go. It's hauled in by Diallo.
They say it's a make-or-miss league, and there's sometimes that you miss.
Moniunas, that's a screen for Diallo. Pass to Moniunas. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And as we march through the end of March, a chance now to look through the power rankings. And you take a look at this home team, they're still holding tough in that 5th position, still trying to climb the ladder.
When you look at this visiting team, they weren't supposed to be this good. I mean, people have now started to accept that they're a real factor in how this season will ultimately play out.
And stolen by Diallo. Pass to Corniche. Now Diallo, still without a basket.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Smith. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Love to see him inside passing like this, as well as guys being on the same page.
Diallo. And it's Smith with the rebound. Smits has got 5 rebounds tonight. 1:32 left now here in the second. Outside Bryant. Manajunas with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Okobo. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Okobo's got 4 points this quarter. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
To the middle, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Shot good by Diallo.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Got that one up quick.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Manajunas kept alive. Diallo the pass to Manajunas. Here's Okobo. Here's the three. And it's Smith with the rebound. Smits has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Poirier. Pass to Bryant. The three. Not going to go that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Up by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. So it's the visitors now. We've got Thompson, and it's Poirier in at the 5. And James throws it down. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Brown out there with Korkmaz. Then it's James. And it's Calathes in at the point. Taken away. Here's Korkmaz. And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. Calathes gets the bucket.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
There's the screen. Thompson way outside. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Poirier. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a penny, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, bounce to the outs, Greg, yeah. Showing off the bunny. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Brown. Thompson with the rebound. Inside. And he dunks it down.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Ball is turned over.
On Sunday. A tight game here in Charlotte. Larkin looking it over to the inside. Poirier.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
It's a tight one. Neither team really able to create any separation.
Here's Smits. 12 points for him. Six to shoot. To the paint. Here's Poirier. Out to Thompson. Launches it. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Here's Calathes. He's covered by Thompson. They get the rebound. Brown the pass to James. Here's Calathes. And stolen by Thompson. Fast break. Here they come. Here's Nora. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
Larkin can't get it to go. Larkin's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Here's Korkmaz. He's got 10, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Larkin. James defending. Larkin, the pass to Smits. Off target from three-point range. Here's Calathes. It's deflected. Here's Nora. He takes it in. Comes up empty down low. Outside, James. Here's the floater. Misses from close range. Pass to Larkin. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Leading by just 1. We've got more. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Smits in at the 4 spot. Buries the long-range jumper. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Thompson with the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Thompson misses.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Round kicks to Papagiannis. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And he makes the first. So both teams changing it up here.
Papagiannis.
He hits both from the stripe. Here's Bryant. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. There's the pick. 4 on the clock. Here's Smits. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Smits has got 4 points in the quarter.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
And it's in there.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Kobo's gone 3 for 4 from the floor tonight. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Smits. The 3. No good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's a Kobo. Pass to Corniche. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Bounce pass from Diallo. One-on-one fast break. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Number 33. 2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left here in the fourth quarter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
And they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
To the middle. Here's Smits. Corniche with the rebound. Stolen. Here's Smits. Pass to Bryant. They set the pick to tie it up. Doesn't go for it. Bryant's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Here's a Kobo. Defended by Bryant. A Kobo. That's good.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
Goes up on the wing. And it's Smits missing.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Corniche. 5 to shoot. After Okobo. 3-pointer. Poirier grabs the miss. No room for them to make a mistake here.
You got to almost play perfect from here on out.
Here's the screen. Smits passes to Poirier. Here's Smits. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
The away team.
Here's a Kobo. And so the road team gets the W in this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they...
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA Ball. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team and the starting group for Athens. Back to Osman. Here's Larkin, right wing. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Grant. Now here's Yurtseven. Defense right on him. Pass to Osman. Back to Yurtseven. Here's Osman. Yurtseven a screen. Down low. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Smits. They set a pick. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Fires in the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Here's Nora. Off the mark there with a 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Jacks up a 3. And it's Smits with a rebound. On the break. And the basket by Poirier.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Now here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Here's Smits. And the 3 off target. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. To the middle. That's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. In transition, here they come. Larkin with the bucket.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
And it's blocked. There's a minute 59 left to play in the first. Finished off the break. Larkin's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Defended by Thompson. Lays it up and banks it in.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Thompson. Yet to see a basket. There's a minute 17 left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. To the right side. Defended by Thompson. Here's Osman. That one's wide left.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
They get it back. Pass to Larkin. Here's Nora. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Grant. Nora, no good. Athens trails by 3. 29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Yurtseven with the ball. To the inside. Here's Osman. Poirier with the rebound.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focus all the way through the play.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Grant.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
So it's the home team now. Here's your 7. Off with the layup. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. They're up by 3. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for Athens.
Oh, they're lucky that pass was just tipped and not taken. Could have been worse.
Bryant against none. Over to the left wing. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Clock at 6. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The size mismatch makes that a high percentage look.
Here's Smits. Puts up a 3, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Outside, Brown. And there's a pick. From behind the arc. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got rebound number 5 here tonight. From deep. It's hauled in by Athens. And it's now 11 consecutive wins for them. They are clicking right now.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
To the paint. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Unloads from 13, and it's good for 2. Now here's Bryant, still without a bucket. Here's Smits. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Here's Poirier. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand.
Boy, nice way to punctuate that possession.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. And there's the drive. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he's good on the second. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Here's Poirier.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Inside, and stolen by none. Left side, Brown. Over to the wing. 4 on the clock. To the wing, right side. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hernan Gomez. To the right side. And another miss by Athens. Bryant with it, now guarded by Brown. Here's Smits. It's tipped. To the middle. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And the basket by Poirier. Poirier's gone 3 of 4 here from the field. And here's Brown. No points yet. Hernan Gomez on the wing. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Bryant, the pass to Poirier. Driving to the basket, and he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5. There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. And it's good. 2 points.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
To the paint. Tipped. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Now Bryant. Down low. From deep three-point range, he got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's Athens up 2. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal.
Man, I think for Athens, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
This game won't stay close. They continue to shoot under 40%. Move the ball, man. Create high-quality looks.
They also...
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Larkin. There's a screen. The 11-footer. It's hauled in by Athens.
There wasn't much defensive resistance there, guys, but somehow he blew it anyway. Missed opportunity.
And for Athens, Osman on the wing. Launches a 3. Counted from distance. Osman's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Here's Nora. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Athens leading by 5. Fires for 3. Tries again. And your 7 gets it to go.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3. Larkin's got 7 points in the game.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Here's Osman. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Athens shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
It's both from the stripe. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Out to Thompson. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtseven's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Goes back up. And it's Smits with a rebound. Yurtseven's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Larkin. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Larkin's got 6 points in the quarter.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Grant outside. Yurtseven a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, Grant throws it down.
And 1 move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league. Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
There's the 3. Nora grabs the board.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
2 minutes.
Thompson outside. There's the triple. They get it back. Poirier passes to Nora. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Nice job to recognize the lack of D in that medium range area.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Osman on the wing. Yurtseven a screen. 3-pointer. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. That ties it up. Smits has got 6.
Opportunistic basketball. Gets a great look at the 3 in transition.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Athens shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
The away team. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
He does enough to give them the lead. Every point critical here with the game in the balance.
We've got 1:08 left in the third. They set the pick. Here's Thompson. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Athens.
The way they've been able to consistently get past the defense and to the cup has been most impressive. They've almost made it look pedestrian.
They're also doing a good job working the ball inside tonight. The defense has been struggling to slow them down there in the paint.
52 seconds left in the third. Defended by Thompson. Pass to Osman. Now Grant. Pulls it from 20. And another miss by Athens. Here's Larkin. He's covered by Grant. To the inside. Pass to Yurtseven. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Up 1. Don't go anywhere. Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. And so it's Athens with it. Outside none. There's the drive, and that one is hammered home. Neither team able to build a lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
And for Athens, here's Smits. To the middle. Blocked! And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they retain possession. Six to shoot. Here's Poirier. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Outside, Brown. Hernan Gomez on the wing. From the arc. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got 9 rebounds now. And for Athens, pass to Smits. Here's Poirier. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Nunn against Bryant. Nunn with it. Outside, Brown. Shot clock at 6. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Shooting for Athens, number 44.
First one falls.
Line for 2.
And he can't hit the second.
And at this point in the game, there can be a massive difference between a 2 and a 3-point advantage.
The rebound by Nunn.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Poirier passes to Smits. Bryant with it. Inside. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Brown looking around. 4-3. It's kept alive. Goes up again. Hey, here's Nunn for 3. No luck on that one. They haven't held the lead for a while.
And B.A., that's why this possession is so big for them. It could be the turning point in the game.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the fourth quarter of this one. To tie it up. Smits, good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Number 33. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the away team. Number 45. Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a lead. And And so both free throws good, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Here's Bryant inside. Nunn defends. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul, first team foul. At the line for your home team, Warrior. 2 shots.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that narrows the gap to 1. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Brown. Back to Nunn. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it. Poirier with the rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Takes it inside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
33.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
Incredible confidence at the free throw line. That is how you win close games.
Bryant against Nunn. Count it!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And there's the screen. Bryant, the pass to Smits. 30 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot. He connects!
Clutch bucket. A defensive stop now could be all it takes to close out the win.
Now here's Nunn. Hernan Gomez on the wing. Off target from downtown.
You've got to be aware of him at all times. He's a bully on the backboard.
The home team calls timeout. How do you think this is going to play out?
Down 1 with just enough time for a couple passes and a shot. We'll see what they can do.
Here's Bryant. And so it's Athens winning this one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. It's Athens facing the home team. A look at the starting group for Athens. We've got Yurtseven, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the 3. To the right side. Hands the shot from the wing.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Korkmaz. Traps in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
A steal. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Calathes. He's defended by Yurtseven. Calathes gets the bucket.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
James covering. Pass to Osman. And taken away by Brown. And here comes the break. Here's James. And James throws it down.
They start that play with aggressive defense, finish with aggressive offense.
Well, a lot of times coaches will tell you that if you play great defense, you're going to get a reward. There's a good possession all the way around.
And it's blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Papagiannis passes to Brown. Papagiannis kicks to Korkmaz. Clock at 6. And the layup's good off the glass.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
Out to the right wing. Here's Lucas. Bangs home the trifecta.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Calathes. Here's James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Athens trails by 4. He's covered by Brown. Yurtseven kicks to Hernan Gomez from outside the arc. And it's Osman missing. Down low. Hernan Gomez covering. From deep, James. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Now Athens with it. Win after win. These guys now have 9 straight.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
Here's Korkmaz. Athens getting their last shot to go. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Over to the wing. Here's Lucas. Here's Osman. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's James. The kick out to Brown. In the corner, it's Calathes. And just miss after miss right now. And here is Athens now. Driving the lane to the wing on the left. Lucas. Here's Yurtseven. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Athens shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And he ends up missing both free throws. Here's James, and James throws it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Scoreless thus far. Here's Yurtsevin. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Kalathis. Here's Papagiannis. Hernan Gomez covering. Papagiannis can't hit. Osman the pass to Hernan Gomez. To the wing right side. Athens with another miss. On the wing, James. Brown wide open. He fired. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. He's certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 5. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Diallo out there with Corniche. And it's a Kobo in at the 2. And for Athens. Now here's Diallo. D right on him. Pass to Corniche. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. Trailing here by 8. None with it. This one for 3. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Out of bounds, Athens takes possession.
Man, if you're going to grab it, grab that thing. He just lazily reaches out for that, and the result is it's deflected right off of his hand.
Athens trails by 5. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. For the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Here's Diallo. A three-pointer is right on target.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Now here's Brown. Defense is right there. None wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. But it's no good. To Diallo. Off on the layup. Athens trails by 6. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. He doesn't hit that one. Here's Corniche. Shot clock at 6. And that one drops for him. Corniche has got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position. And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Athens moving the ball around.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Took him no time at all on that one.
Number 44.
He's got 5.
Sometimes trailing in the game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run play.
High post shot. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Brown outside. A putback. Goes up again. Covered by Morty Eunice. Papa Petro. And finally they hit one.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's a Kobo, and it's denied. And that one ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Pass to Corniche. His first miss, now 3 of 4 from the field. Athens trails by 5. Nunn finds Brown. They get it back, and the ball travels out of bounds. Turnover. Here's a look at the schedule for Athens on Saturday and then on Tuesday. Here's a Kobo. Hasn't made one yet. Lets it go with the 3. Corniche the pass to Diallo. And it goes down 2 points. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Nunn kicks to Brown. Too long in the paint. He's hit with a 3-second violation. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
One shot.
And the technical free throw is good. Off the inbound pass. Eunice grabs the miss.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. 6-point game. Shoots. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
And that concludes the first half. Leading by 6. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Thanks for...
One thing that's kept them close, putting in work on the offensive glass. They're feasting on second chances.
Yeah, they've been active. And
Next on the docket. And that's a halftime.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Athens trails by 6. They've got James down out there with Korkmaz, and it's Papagiannis in at the 5. Home in the paint. And taken away by Brown. And for Athens. Here's Papagiannis. The screen from Brown. Fires the 3. Papagiannis can't hit.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
They've got Korkmaz. He's out there with Brown. And it's Papagiannis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Athens, pass to Brown. On the wing. It's hauled in by Athens.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Second shot opportunity. And they recover.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Athens trails by 6. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Pass to Brown. Jacks up a 3. Another shot. And the layup is good. 7 points in the game.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
This passes to Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 5 now.
Yes, finally one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Inside, back to Brown. Athens moving the ball around. It's good from long range.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
A tight game here in Los Angeles. Got a piece of it, and that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. And here's Brown outside, sinks the triple.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Right wing. Rebounded by Papagiannis. Papagiannis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Korkmaz passes to Brown. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around. Athens trails by 8. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
First personal foul. First team foul.
.135 left here in the third quarter. Plays it up and banks it in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Here's Calathes. He's covered by Brown. From the arc. Good on the three-point shot. Korkmaz has got his second basket of the night.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Brown outside. To the wing right side. And there's the defensive 3-second call. For Athens, they've made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
Shooting 1.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Nunn. Good on the triple. Nunn's got 6.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
James against Nunn. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Calathes kicks to Papagiannis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 20 feet out, and the shot is good. He's got 8. And here is Athens now. They trail by 7. Brown down low. Here's James. And it's Brown missing.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
And the shot goes in.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
James dishes to Kalathis. Lets the three fly. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They lead by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And Athens calls time here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin. The head coach for Athens talked to his team during that timeout. He told us, guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thanks, David. They've got Corniche, and it's Okobo in at the shooting guard position. Down low, Eunice with the steal. The tray. Okobo, that's good. Okobo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Athens trails by 10. To the right side. Now, Yurtsevin. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Yurtsevin with the rebound. Slukas passes to Yurtsevin. Over to the wing. A wide open shot from Hernan Gomez. It's good on the putback. Yurtsevin's got 4 points this quarter.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Okobo, the pass to Eunice. Out to the right wing. Corniche. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Athens trails by 6. From deep, Hernan Gomez. Eunice grabs the miss. Eunice has got 4 rebounds now tonight. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Pass to Osman. Shoots the 3. They get it again. The shot will not fall. Here's the break. Baseline try. Hits the front of the rim and out. Athens trails by 6. Athens moving the ball around. Diallo inside. Out to the right wing. Pass to Eunice. Picked him clean. And now Athens on the break.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
First team foul.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, and he gets the button.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Yeah, this is a big-time moment, and so him stepping up his intensity, staying in attack mode, that's nice.
Here's Okobo to the inside. Stolen away. Yurtsevin with it. Picked up by Eunice. And he makes good on the layup.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
To end the drought, Ronnie Eunice's shot is good.
Well, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Pass to Osman. Takes a three. Connects from three-point range.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Number 32. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Lucas passes to Osman. Up again. It's in!
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Here's Diallo. Stolen by Yurtseven. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Osman. Back to Yurtseven. Yes!
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Diallo the pass to Corniche. Back to Diallo. And they get it. It's hauled in by Athens. Here's Osman. Money!
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Hernan Gomez. So Athens wins it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when
for NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Ali LaForce reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Knocks it loose. The three-pointer off the mark. Thompson outside. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
The ball goes to the away team. Shooting for the away team. Larkin at the line for one.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee. Here's Larkin. Connects on the foul line jumper.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
James outside. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And he drives in. Larkin passes to Thompson. Here's Nora. Beyond the arc. James with the rebound. Here's Korkmaz. Pass to Brown. Let's go with a three. Poirier with the rebound. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Larkin passes to Poirier. Here's Larkin. Here's Smits. 5 to shoot. He takes it in. Nora, that's good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now, here is James. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start here. They're 0 for 4 to begin the game.
Thompson in the post. Got a piece of it. On the break. Launches a three. That shot off.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
Down low. Here's Smits. Missed inside.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Korkmaz on the wing. Defended by Thompson. Korkmaz, good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Smits. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. The three from Thompson. The shot no good.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Here's James. And it's Smits with a rebound.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
Here's Nora. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And there's James from the arc. Poirier with the rebound.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. And it's Smits with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Nora. The offensive rebound. Here's Poirier. Pass to Larkin. It's stolen by James. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Korkmaz. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Nora. Jacks up a 3. Can't hit that one.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
And there's James from the arc. Hits a 3-pointer.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Here's Poirier, defended by Brown. Count it. Poirier's got his second basket. Poirier's gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Brown with a screen, and James puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Count the basket.
Assist goes to
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first. Three-pointer. Nora grabs the board. Here's Poirier. Here's Larkin. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by 4. And the second quarter about to get started. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, I'll tell you what, throughout the first, they did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Pass to Cornelie. Here's Matajunas. Soft touch off the glass.
The simple bounce pass works at any level, including the highest level.
Bryant outside. There's a screen. Here's Poirier. 6 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Releases. Here's Smith. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack. He gets it in there.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. To the paint. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Pass to Diallo. Lets it fly. Another shot. From outside the arc. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Can't get the finger roll. Now here's Diallo. Defense is right there. Bryant outside. Sends it home from three-point land.
3 points.
Bryant's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And they found a nice flow offensively here in the second period.
Here's a Kobo. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Bryant from deep three-point land. The rebound by Cornelie. Puts up a 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Impressive offensive versatility for big. He can show you a variety of looks.
He shoots a 3. That shot is off.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
2 minutes.
From downtown. He can't get it to go. Here's a Kobo. Offensive board. They set the screen for 3. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got a rebound number 5 here tonight. To the middle. Here's Poirier. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Poirier's got 8.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's a Kobo. He drops it from range.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
1:05 left in the second quarter. Bryant, right side. Pass to Smits. Shoots. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Bryant, the pass to Smits. Down low. Pass to Akobo. Fires the three. Sinks the tray. Give him 8 points now. 8 seconds left in the first half. Ooh, it's stolen away. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by 2. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about? I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, damage. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said damage.
Thanks as always.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Here's Kalathis. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And he comes up with a bucket. Here's Larkin. To the wing on the left. Thompson outside. There's a screen to the inside. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Larkin's got his second basket of the night.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Away team foul. Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
Inside.
I just don't love the passing angle there. Might have been better to reset.
No good from outside. Well, we got a close game here in Los Angeles. Brown with a screen. And there's James from the arc. Pass to Korkmaz. Brown, a screen on Thompson. Second shot opportunity, and he hits the jump shot. Korkmaz has got 5 now. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Nora from deep three-point land. It's not going to go for him. Here's Korkmaz. 5 points in the game. Thompson pulls it in. Here's Larkin. Check by James. Pass to Smits. Fires, top of the key. Yep, that one goes. He's got 6.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Here's Korkmaz. And it's all from three-point range. Korkmaz has gone 2 of 5 tonight. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. And here's the fast break. Here's Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set. Yeah, the more he knocks those down, the more confidence this coaching staff's going to have in him.
There's a screen, and there's James from the arc. Poirier with the rebound. Poirier's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, his team has the lead, but this has to be a bit of a concern for him. The shot isn't falling, and it's been a forgettable night.
Here's Smits. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
James passes to Brown. Stolen by Thompson. To the left wing. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Brown with it. Now Thompson defending. Here's Korkmaz. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Well, as a coach, turnovers would drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive. So there's a balance.
They set the screen. Lets it go from deep. No good that time. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Larkin. 6 points for him. For the tie. Offensive rebound. To the inside. Clock at 4. The 3, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Here's Kalathis. James outside. 19 seconds left in the third quarter here.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Brown with some nice D. James deciding where to go with it. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. They're up by 3. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Thompson with it. To the middle. Here's Smits. Boom! He jams it straight down.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Pass to Corneli. Here's Akobo, fires the 3, and it's Smits with a rebound. Right wing, here's Larkin, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead. To the paint. Here's Akobo. The 3 ball. Poirier with the rebound.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Nora, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
And he gets the bucket.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
From the wing, Smits can't get it to go. Smits has gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Pass to Larkin. Here's Smits. No good with a jumper from the wing. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
First personal foul, first team foul.
On Sunday, then on Tuesday.
You hear this all the time, but a road trip is a great chance for a team to build chemistry on and off the court. Chemistry matters a lot in the NBA, and a trip like this can bring a team together.
And he sinks the second. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Out left to the wing. Here's a Kobo. Nails it from three.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Smits passes to Bryant. Five on the clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a Kobo. Over Bryant. He nails it. That's his fifth make in 11 tries. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. Diallo outside. Down low. Pass to Cornelie. Diallo with the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's a screen. Here's the three. And it's Smits with a rebound. Smits has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Into the lane. And the basket by Poirier.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
And that goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
1:16 left in the game. Here's a Kobo. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Diallo on the wing. The layup off target. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Over to the wing. Here's a Kobo. And connects from downtown.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves.
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. Also joining us from the sidelines, David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and Athens. Now the starting group for the visitors. Larkin out there with Thompson. And it's Smits in at the power forward position. Knocks it loose. And here they come. And he jams it with authority.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Here's Nora. Hernan Gomez covering. Five on the clock. Pass to Poirier. It's hauled in by Athens.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Fast break. Here we go. Thompson inside the line. Tries again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Just an innate ability to rebound the basketball and then make the defense pay.
Already, I mean, we are seeing the full range of his skill set on display. Get ready for a big-time game from this guy.
Now Athens with it. It's a three-point game. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Nunn looking around. Hernan Gomez. Rebound by Larkin. Here's Poirier. He's got 5. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. All going up court. There's Lucas. Count that one. Here's Larkin. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low, here's Poirier. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Here's Lucas, and he lays it straight in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Thompson. Athens getting their last shot to go.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Athens trails by 3. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Here's Osman. Fires from deep. Poirier grabs the miss. Here's Smits. Defended by Nunn.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
To the middle. Back to Hernan Gomez. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Poirier. He's got 9. Here's Smits, stolen by none. Osman kicks to Hernan Gomez to the paint. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Athens shooting their first free throw of the night here. And the free throw, no good. Thompson for the triple. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. None against Thompson. Shot clock at 5. Osman the pass to Slukas. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 7. Larkin looking it over. Good if it goes. And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Athens ahead. They're up by 1. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Athens.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
At the line for the away team.
And the first one at the line is good.
2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And here is Brown. Kicks it out to Grant. Bryant with the steal. And they're pushing it up.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Athens trails by 3. Left side, Grant. Oh, that's blocked. Here's Smits. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And boy, he gets a great jump on the rest of the field there and just leaves them behind.
Oh, you love the awareness, the decisiveness. Great job there.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. And here's Brown outside. Offensive rebound. That shot off the mark. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Stolen by Yurtseven. Back to Grant. Banked in off the glass. Grant's got his first bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Outside Bryant. Over to the left wing. And it's Smits missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Grant. Pass to Yurtseven. And here is Brown for 3. Second chance shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
At the line for Athens, Omer Yurtseven, taking 2 shots.
That's good from Yurtseven. And Yurtseven drops them both. He's covered by Brown. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. They set the screen. 4 on the shot clock. Yurtseven with the rebound. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. He's covered by Grant. And that one drops.
From 3A.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Athens. They trail by 3.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Back to Yurtsevin. It's picked off. And even 3-on-3 break. Outside Bryant. 1:44 left to play here in the half. 6 to shoot. Knocked away. Out of bounds. Athens takes possession. .132 left to play here in the second quarter. Brown with it. He has yet to score. Five to shoot. Pass to Grant. Beyond the arc. And no good. Here's Poirier. He's got 9. That one drops for him. Bryant's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Count it. Here's Poirier. No good on that one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Grant, that's good.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Into the lane and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
All stops the dunk there. The best outcome in a bad situation.
For Athens, they've made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Here's Larkin. Good on the bucket. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Yeah, look at me.
Now, here's Yurtsevin. Brown outside. That shot misses. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by just 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
Please direct your attention to center court.
Look at Athens. They've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now come.
Despite being the visitor, they've been in control. They've got an edge to their game. That can quiet a hostile crowd, Shaq.
And that about wraps it up.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And it's Lucas in at the 2-guard spot. Inside. Oh! And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now Thompson. We've got Thompson. And it's Nora in at the small forward. Pass to Smits. Unloads. They grab their own miss. Here's Poirier, and that one is stuffed right through.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what, Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Here's Lucas. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got 6 rebounds in the game. From deep. Second shot opportunity, and it's good on the layup. Smits has got 8.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
And here's Nunn. Pass to Osman. Here's Hernan Gomez. 6 on the shot clock. Poirier grabs the miss. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Hernan Gomez against Thompson. And here comes the break. Here's Larkin. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Here's Osman. Still scoreless. To halt the run. To the middle. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. He's guarded closely. Lucas offline with his 3.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room. And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
Nunn against Thompson. Releases. Athens with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
To the left side wing. And it's Smith with the rebound. Smits has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Poirier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
At the line for the away team.
And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Lucas passes to Osman. And he drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Osman's got 4 points this quarter.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Pass to Smits. Clock at 6. Down low. Takes it off the glass.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
46 seconds left in the third. Nunn with it. There's the screen. 3-pointer. Poirier grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Bryant gets it to go.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Lucas defended by Bryant. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Osman. Drills the three-pointer. Osman's got 7. 8 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Puts up a deep 3. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And Athens calls time here. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, the head coach for Athens talked to his team during that timeout. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponents.
Okay, David, thanks.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. We've got Yurtsevin. Grant is out there with Brown. And it's Osman in at the 4-man position. Poirier grabs the miss. Poirier's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Smits. Lays it up off the glass. Now here's Brown. Here's Osman. And he jams it with authority.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. He's covered by Brown. The kick out to Bryant. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Athens trails by 7. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. To the paint. It's stolen. To the inside. And it's blocked. And that's going to be out of bounds. And they retain possession. Athens on D. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Bryant's got 5 points now this quarter.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
We've seen the NBA feature several overseas games, Greg, the last couple years. Always growing the sport, aren't they?
And I know the fans love it. Nothing quite like seeing an NBA game in person and expanding that opportunity. Always a plus.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Out of bounds, Athens takes possession.
Yeah, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
And so Brown will bring it up for Athens. 8-point game. Pass to Osman. A 3-ball. And it's Smith with the rebound. Smits has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Brown. Banked in off the glass. Brown's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Driving to the basket. Offensive rebound. And so out of bounds it goes. They'll keep possession. He's covered by Brown. Shot clock at 6. Yes, that goes in.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Knocked loose. There's the drive.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
No good with the layup. Athens trails by 10. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Scooped up. Plays it up and banks it in.
You have to appreciate the doggedness and intensity on the glass. Wow.
Now here's Brown. Tight defense on him.
Athens foul call. Brown. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Smits. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Athens. With the drive. Snatched up. Yurtsevin with the bucket. Here's Bryant. They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Pass to Smits. There's 31 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Doesn't go that time.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Grant on the wing. Bryant defending. Can't cash in from the high post. And so the road team gets the W in this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding.
Buddy. To another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Calathis. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
None with it. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And the 3 off target. Here's Korkmaz. Kick out to Brown. Here's Calathis. Brown with a screen. Fires from deep. That shot off the mark.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Now here's Nunn. He's closely guarded. From behind the arc. Hits the trifecta.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Outside, Brown. Got a piece of it. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Osman on the wing. This one for 3. Here's Hernan Gomez. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And the free throw, no good.
26. One shot.
On offense, here is Athens. Now Nunn. Pass to Osman from deep. Drops in the three.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. On offense, here is Athens. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Check by James. Pass to Osman. Shoots over Brown. Osman, no good. Osman's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Baseline try. Korkmaz, no good.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
James passes to Korkmaz. Here's Kalathis.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left in the opening quarter. Knocked away. 6 on the shot clock. Off target from outside. Athens leading by 6. Osman on the wing, defended by Brown. Kept alive. With his second effort, and he lays it up and in. Osman's got 5 points.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Brown passes to Korkmaz. Over Hernan Gomez. Korkmaz, no good.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Back to Osman. The 3 is up. Another miss for him. He's 2 for 6.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Shot's good by James.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Outside Nunn. 46 seconds left in the first quarter. Osman with the bucket. Osman's got his 3rd basket on the night right there. Osman's gone 3 for 7 from the floor so far tonight. The drive by Korkmaz. Oh, a rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam. Now here's Nunn. He's covered closely. Hernan Gomez. Off target from 3-point range. Hernan Gomez has gone 1 for 3 on the night. Korkmaz, good. He's got 5.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Korkmaz has gone 2 of 4 shooting. Now here's Nunn, guarded closely. Pass to Osman. The kick out to Nunn. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's Athens. They're up by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you guys think about Athens here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
In rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Long range from the inbound. It's rebounded by Yurtseven.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And he banks in the layup.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Diallo right side. Oh, ripped away. Brown passes to Yurtseven. On Wednesday, and then on Sunday.
The upside of road trips, like the one they have scheduled, is you really get a chance to come together as a team. It's a great way to get closer with your squad and build trust among your teammates.
That free throw misses. He hits the second from the line. Here's Akobo. The three is up. It's hauled in by Athens.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
To the inside, Yurtseven. No good there. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. They set a pick. For three, Diallo. Oh, clanks that one. He's 0 for 1 to start. Athens leading by 5. Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Brown. Still no points. Grant in the post. Drops in the layup for 2.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Pass to Akobo. They need this. Can't get it. 0 for 3 in this one. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Takes a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Athens leading by 6. Here's Yurtseven. And he goes in for the dunk.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. Diallo outside. Takes the 3. Sinks it from distance. Diallo's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Brown. From deep. They grab their own miss. Yurtseven, no good. Yurtseven's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. To the middle. Here's Cornelie. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Great recognition of the mismatch, abusing the smaller defender. Poor guy.
Brown passes to Graham. To the wing on the left. Brown looking around. Fires for 3. Second chance effort. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
Athens shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Diallo on the wing. Pass to Akobo from downtown. Hey, great D that time from Grant.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Yurtseven's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Puts up a 3. He's off on that one.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
Brown, no good. 1 minute left to play in the second quarter. Got a hand on it. Grant outside. Covered by Diallo. Here's the pick. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He has 7.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Cornelie. No good with the triple. Athens leading by 8. To the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Intercepted.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
To halt the run. It's hauled in by Athens. Yurtsevens got 4 rebounds now. Here's Grant. And we've reached halftime in this one. It's Athens. They lead by 12. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Guys, how about our Eastern Conference winner?
The way the game is played now, it's tough for a big man to get the honors. But
Now we'll take a look back at our featured game. That was quite a performance for Athens.
I love their game plan.
That's it for us. Thanks.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Here's Calathis. Nunn defends. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Athens. Osman's got 4 rebounds in the game.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Left side, Nunn. Inside. Athens shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
First team foul. At the line for Athens.
First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Calathis. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Calathis has got his second basket on the night.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Now here's Nunn. Pass to Osman. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
And he makes the first. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Calathis. Nunn defends. Knocks down the triple. Calathis has got 6 here in the quarter. Athens leading by 10. Checked by James. And stolen by Brown. From behind the arc. The shot, no good.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Hernan Gomez on the wing. And the three-pointer goes. Hernan Gomez has got 7 points.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Calathis. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Out to the right wing. Here's Calathis. Nunn defends. 5 on the clock. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Fires the 3. And they get it back. Hernan Gomez, the pass to Nunn. Oh, it's stolen. It's 2-on-1. And here's Brown for 3. It's hauled in by Athens. And here's the fast break. Here's Osman. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Check by James. That one's good for 2.
And they're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Pass to Osman from the arc. The putback. And he can't get that one. And it's been tough going for their half-court offense.
Yeah, this defense is in their heads, anticipating their every move.
Athens leading by 15. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop. Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
The ball's knocked loose. Here's Kalathis. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Well, they're still losing, but it's not because of him. He's been lights out this quarter.
None against James. And there's a 3-second call. This one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
44 seconds left in the third quarter. Osman on the wing. The kick out to Nunn. Just 4 to shoot. And another miss by Athens.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Releases. The shot by James. No good.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Pure from three-point range. Give him 8.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. The kick out to Nunn. And so it's Athens with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They've done well to disrupt the opposition. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And Athens calls time here. And Brown has got the ball here for Athens. 16-point lead. On the wing, Grant lets it fly from 18. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Grant's got a perfect 3 for 3 so far. And here's Brown for 3. Second chance shot. And he battles for the ball, gets the second chance bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Athens.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
The shot's good.
Tremendous vision. Passing out of the shot, that's great decision-making.
Pass to Akobo. Going inside to the left side wing. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. The second effort, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Can they get it? The Kobo gets the bucket.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
You're 7 with the ball from deep three-point land. The shot won't fall.
And imagine how good they'll look if he can start to chip in a bit more offensively.
For 3, Diallo. Hauled in by Brown. Athens leading by 21. And the NBA has regular season games outside the U.S., all over the world. How important is that, man?
It's so important, VA. I mean, basketball has become a global sport. And just look at the recent MVPs. They're mostly international players. So playing games in those countries has helped the game grow all over the world. Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
They set the pick to the inside. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
And not going to go. He misses his first attempt of the night. Yurt 7 passes to Graham. Back to Yurt 7. Pass to Brown. Launches it. They get it back. Yurt 7, no good. Yurt 7's gone 3 of 9 shooting. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And a miss there on the triple. And here's Brown. Knocked loose. Out to the wing. Takes the 3. Another miss by Brown. Pulls it from the corner. Hauled in by Brown.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
The putback. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Yurt 7's gone just 3 of 10 shooting from the field. Diallo right side. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Diallo's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. Down low. And he makes it on the layup.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Defended by Brown. 50 seconds left in the game. And the foul on Omer Yurt 7. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Diallo outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 is up. He can't hit that time.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
On offense, here is Athens. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. They get the rebound. Brown, and the layup is good off the glass.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
Always giving max effort on the glass, taking everything they'll give him.
Here's Cornelie. And so it's Athens winning this one. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every.